Hello, my love nuggets. I don't want to freak anybody out. I would love to be proven wrong. I am just posting my theories and thoughts about certain things. There's a lot going on, and I think that there's a little something that we should be discussing while we're on certain topics of presidential memorandums. So what is behind me? Right here, oops, ski-doodle. Now, there's been a very, very popular memorandum that has been spoken about. I'll probably speak about it on this channel. Whenever it is up, I will post it right over there. But nobody's, I haven't seen anybody talking about this little guy right here. Enforcing the death penalty laws in the District of Columbia to deter and punish the most heinous crimes. So I read it and I have some thoughts. Also, hi, my name is Shayna. I'm a journalist, and on this platform I talk a lot about decentering men, child-free living through an intersectional lens, especially as it relates to capitalism, white supremacy, and the patriarchy. So obviously there's a lot that happens in the United States that overlaps with what we talk about on this platform. Yeah. Now, there was a completely other video that I had plans on making right now, but then I read this, I saw this, and I went, oh, we gotta talk. So, and just, hypothetically, if there's an overlap and you're interested in leaving the United States, there's an entire platform that me and a friend of mine have co-founded called Black Babes Abroad. I am living abroad. She is living abroad. We're talking about our immigration processes. I've lived in multiple countries. She's lived in multiple countries, immigrated there long-term, legally. We're sharing a lot of resources. There's about 1,000 women already on there. Women and queer people already in the group. We're sharing resources. We're having important conversations, kind of like this one. Don't want to freak anybody out. So if you want to be a part of those conversations, it is a free Substack. Now there's also like a paid tier if that's something that you are interested in. But guess what? There's so much free information right over there. I recently spoke about how I got to stay in Thailand for 5 years, which is where I currently am. Anyway, information is over there. Let's talk about this. So I'm just going to read through a lot of this, and then I'm going to let you know where's the point that I go, oh, skip it up. That looks bad. All right, so Section 1, background. Federal law provides for the death penalty for criminals found guilty of especially aggravated crimes. I just want us all to pay attention that they don't actually name any of these crimes. Why? Because I have a theory that we will dive into later. Capital punishment is an essential part of how our justice system deters and punishes the most reprehensible crimes that often involve grotesque and lethal violence against innocent Americans. Okay, restoring federal capital punishment has been a priority for my administration since its first day under Executive Order 1416-4 of January 20th, 2025, restoring the death penalty and protecting public safety. Arguably, I've never felt more unsafe as it relates to the United States. In my lifetime anyway, cool beans. This priority warrants a particular emphasis given the public safety threats in our nation's capital. Mind you, before any of this chaos really started to ensue, the mayor of DC has come on multiple times. Crime was never lower. Continuing on, as described in Executive Order 14333 on August 11, 2025, declaring a crime emergency in the District of Columbia. Once again, there was no crime emergency. My administration has undertaken numerous successful actions to address the emergency declared and to protect public safety, as a result of which crime in the District of Columbia has fallen drastically in recent weeks. No, untrue. Faithful implementation of the capital punishment laws will be part of this continuing work. Section 2, enforcing the law relating to capital punishment. The Attorney General and the United States Attorney for the District of Columbia shall fully enforce federal law with respect to capital punishment in the District of Columbia by seeking the death penalty in all appropriate cases, such as, all right, where Following full examination of evidence and other relevant information, the applicable factors justify a sentence of death. Now, this paragraph is where I really want us to have a conversation. I even highlighted it for us. Mind you, there's only this section and then we're done. It just says signed Booga. The Attorney General and the United States Attorney for the District of Columbia shall, to the maximum degree practicable, pursue federal jurisdiction with respect to cases involving crimes committed in the District of Columbia for which the death penalty is available under federal law. I really want us to, I'm just touching things at this point. Once again, I don't want to freak anybody out. For which the death penalty is available under federal law. I just went to Google and asked a super quick question. Soup's quick, soup's chill. Hey, internet, is treason punishable by death in the United States? And oh, would you skibbity diddly bob? Yes, treason is punishable by death under the laws of some countries, including the United States. And I said, well, wait, just hold my toe and called me Nancy. What do you mean? What do you mean? If we just a little bit lower, we just scroll a little bit. A capital offense, treason is listed as a capital offense in the United States Constitution, meaning it can be punished by death. Specific penalty, 18 U.S. Code 2381 states that individuals found guilty of treason shall suffer death or shall be imprisoned not less than 5 years and fined under this title. Hey, who's to say? Historical context, people have not actually, there have been no executions as it relates to like federal treason convictions to date, but they didn't mention that. They just said for which the death penalty is available under federal law. It's sounding available. Now, my definition of treason is what we have been taught treason is: actively doing things against the country that you are a part of, giving information, colluding with, I don't know, Russia as possibly winning an election. I don't know. My name's just Shayna. Who am I? Who am I? I'm open to being wrong about everything. I think that there are other examples of treason, but in another video that I will make it, I will probably post it before this one just for more context, but in the video that will be tagged right up there, the idea of speaking out against the United States, speaking out against capitalism, speaking out against another thing, like speaking out, Antifa, the idea, Antifa just means anti-fascist. In the same way that I guess Antra is anti-racist. Like, it's just an ideology. There's no like group. There's no like Antifas are us. There's no like triple, I don't know. There's no spot to me. It's just a thing that people say, oh yeah, in the same way it's like, oh, I like the Packers. No, but even the Packers saying, oh, I like the Packers. I don't know sports. Please don't talk to me about sports in the comments. But like, there are meeting places for people that they could go to state. There's nothing like that for people that are like, oh yeah, I think fascism is pretty bad. And that is now considered a terrorist group. Being a part of that group and like sharing information about like anti-fascist resources there's the wording in that memorandum, which will be discussed above, in the link up there. It's the gateway to saying if you participate in these ideologies, you are being treasonous to the United States. And under federal law, listen, we're already seeing what is happening with the immigrant community, with the disabled community, with the Black community. I would love to be proven wrong. I really would. Only time will tell. For those of you that are interested in leaving, resources are in the description. For those of you that are interested in staying, resource right up there. If you're planning on staying, hunker down, build community, get intentional, build resources, like create safe space. Like that's how you all are gonna survive this. Now I left, but ooh. Stay safe out there. Stay sane out there. I adore you. Talk to you next time.